What's that?
What is the biggest lie you've ever told?
Biggest lie I ever told.
I cannot divulge that information.
It's still not
That's fine.
out yet. Oh man, I'm straight. I'm just kidding. I spoke out of turn. That was Sean.
That was mine because Jess doesn't get it.
Is no.
Rocco made that joke. I'm sitting here quietly trying to just be nice. Why can't you be nice ever?
Oh,
you already went. I was waiting.
Rocco's
waiting
gonna
for.
go with you.
yeah.
I was gonna go with you.
What'd you get?
Did you get my dog like you said you were going to?
You were gonna go, because look who's on the phone.
Oh,
You know what?
Garrett, you gotta shoot slipping.
Rocco's embarrassed.
Like that.
Ashley's embarrassed.
No, we have a caller, and we're not gonna interrupt for
Ashley's
food.
embarrassed. Rocco's turned on.
You'll run the show. I'm not saying anything bad. They're open till 11. I think.
11 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
We can go back down there.
Hey,
Oh,
Garrett,
okay,
what's the
come with
biggest
me.
lie you ever told?
I'll go down there with you.
Garrett, what's the biggest lie you ever told?
Garrett,
I stole G.I. Joes from my next door neighbor when I was like 7, maybe, or whatever, with another friend, and then I hid them in my room in all these places that didn't make sense. Like, I remember hiding some under my dresser drawers, but then the drawers wouldn't go in all the way, so they stuck out, and my mom pulled the drawer open and found the G.I. Joe. And then just thought they were mine, though, and was like, why are you fucking putting these back here? Don't put these back here. And then the friend that I stole them with told the kid we stole them from that I fucking did it. And I got busted.
Wow.
The biggest lie. I don't know what the biggest lie.
You know, we're
would
honest
be.
people here. We don't like to
Yeah.
tell
The worst
lies.
lie.
Very.
The worst
Like,
lie.
every-
Anything to lie.
Worst lie.
That way.
Man, that's tough.
I don't know. I probably don't know because I blocked it out of my memory because I don't want to feel like I'm a bad person.
What's the biggest lie you've ever told?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, okay, when I was in senior kindergarten, I was like 6 years old, and I went to school and I wanted attention from like the teachers and stuff. So they asked me what was wrong because I was pretending to look sad, and I told them that a robber came to my house and shot my mom and I was in the hospital.
Oh,
Like,
that is the most
my
awesome lie
brother
I've ever heard.
was in grade 8, so like they called him down and we had like a meeting with the principal, and the principal was like to my brother, like, I'm really sorry that your mother got shot, and my brother was just like, my mom's gonna get shot, and he turns to me, he's like, what the hell did you say to them? And yeah, that was probably the worst lie
Did you get in trouble?
I've ever told. Yeah, I got in trouble.
Oh, man.
I
Really
See,
funny.
to me, that strikes me as so bizarre. You can't get in trouble for that.
Yeah.
That's just,
Yeah.
yeah, this is you being creative.
That reminds me though of mine though. It wasn't the worst lie. I don't know if I can't think of what lie I told that was like damaging or anything, but I did lie once. We had a timed writing and we had to write about a life experience, and I wrote about like all these relatives dying horribly, and none of them happened.
Oh,
For the sake of the essay, but you know.
I had a tech fundamentals class in high school, and we had to do a PowerPoint presentation on our lives. So I lied on that. This isn't a big lie, but this reminds me of being in school. And I wrote that like my mom was this. I said my mom was a bum. I said,
oh yeah, I remember
my
that.
dad is a successful businessman,
Yeah.
and I showed a picture of this Mexican guy with a briefcase, and I was like, my mom is a bum, and I used the picture off your website of like this black, like cracked out lady with no teeth.
Yeah,
like,
I love that picture.
and I said my favorite.
I still love that
I
picture.
said my favorite
That's a
kind
good
of music was J-pop, and like except for the Bacon Brothers was the only American band that I liked.
yeah.
And afterwards,
Oh,
my
man.
teacher pulled me out of class and like talked to me privately.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Well, it's obvious that nothing in that presentation was true, and I found it very offensive that you would insult your mother like that. And she just like went off on me like I had offended everybody in the classroom. I was like, okay. She said, I'm gonna have another teacher grade this because honestly, if I were to grade it right now, I would give you an F.
What did you get from the other teacher?
I got an A+ because my tech fundamental skills were impeccable.
God.
Wow.
Oh, I'm so.
Try to be
school.
creative with an assignment and you get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
Well, anytime I had to make a
school.
presentation, I just make it funny. I thought I'd do the same thing. What a bitch, now that I think about it. Shit.
You know what?
Color
That's funny. I did a project. We had to, in 6th grade, I had the teacher, Mr. Lay, and he
Yeah, I got laid.
no, he gave us the assignment. You're going to make a book in pictures about the nerd. And they were like, wait, what's the nerd? I don't know. We were like, what? And he goes, no, you have to decide what that is and how you can write about its life. Okay, so it was a really open-ended, like, creative thing or whatever. And what I did was I took off the internet. I was the one loser kid with the internet. I took pictures. I only had a black and white printer, and I printed out black and white pictures of serious events in history. Like, you know the picture of the guy holding the gun up to that?
Yeah.
But I took that guy out, and I, in all the pictures, would draw this yellow creature, just like, instead of whatever was there. So then there's, like, all these protests, and there's one of them there, guy getting his gun to his head, all these serious pictures, and that teacher, Mr. Lay, thought that was so he was just like, this is one of the best projects I've ever received. I laughed throughout the entire thing. He gave me 100%, like 100 points or whatever, plus 20 extra credit points. They didn't even offer that. He was just like, you went above and beyond. He gave them that, and all the other teachers, like, talked to him like, that's disgusting, what he did. That's like, I mean, that was. Do you know what happened in this picture? And this guy standing in front of the tank. I mean, he was killed. Yeah, I know, but Rocco made that like its own story. Yeah, I know, but it's making light of what happened.
Oh, fucking shove it up your ass.
Like 5 teachers tried to talk.
Like that.
Yeah, five other teachers tried to talk to that teacher about failing me instead. And he goes, no, I'm going to stand by giving him extra credit because I thought that was really clever. Yeah, well, you want to promote that? Yeah, being creative? Yeah, I do. Well, he's not being creative. Well, yeah, he was because I think that's really clever. Like, it was a whole war. And that was it. But I got my grade, though. It was good.
When I was in 4th grade, I had this teacher, Miss Lampy, who would always make me redo. She would always assign projects that involved drawing, and that would make me, specifically only me, redo my projects because the drawings weren't good enough.
What?
Yeah, like, one was so stupid. I remember we read this book about a baker who baked a cake and, like, fed it to a dog. It was so retarded. And we had to literally retell the story in our own drawings. Like, redo this picture book. Okay, so I just kept drawing the baker, and I got really into it, and I was like, I'm going to do this so good. I'm going to put so much detail in it. And still what I do today is just, like, draw a bunch of lines on the face and just, like, work on the face. My teacher came up, yeah, you're going to have to redo this. I worked really hard on this. Why? Well, that's not what the baker looks like. See, you made him old, and he's not, so you're just going to have to redo it. Okay, all right, thank you. Another time we had to draw a cityscape, and I just drew a line across the top of the sky, just a blue line, and I turned it in. Yeah, you're going to have to go back and finish this. What? There's no sky. Yeah, there is. It's right there. Well, the sky connects to the ground, doesn't it? Okay, I guess so. Fucking bitch. Did you ever do stuff like that after a while intentionally? Like, okay, I know. Oh, yeah.
At this point, I get it. Because I did the same thing when I had Miss Johnstone in 10th grade. I
had Miss Johnstone.
Okay. She would take I knew she was a nice woman, sure, but she took everything. So everything in that class was art. It was like, okay, I would say something like funny, like, this book struck me funny because of this. And she would go like, why'd you have to bring that up? It's like, because it struck me funny. Like, not everything about the book Black Boy has to be a moving... No, that's the book we read. Were you in her class when you read that?
No, I was in English class.
Oh, okay. Well, no, like, she made us read the book Black Boy, and in the book, there's a part where he talks about putting a hair in a jar of piss and turning it into a snake. So I would tell her about that, like, I would raise my hand and go, I just thought that was really funny. Well, Rocco, we're talking about, like, how this book, like, affected a generation. We're not talking about that. Oh, okay, then why am I here? Like, I'm sorry.
Is that one of those fish dogs?
No, is
It's Davy Dog.
Gross.
That's not gross.
So we did one project where, okay, she talked about that there's a thing, not the Rosetta Stone, but some monument dedicated to when a bunch of black people got killed somewhere. I don't remember what it was. Obviously, it was memorable. But anyway, memorable event. But anyway.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but this monument is still there. And,
somewhere. One place where
no one knows where it is. I almost forgot where it is.
this monument is still there, and she said, like, she gave everyone the assignment to draw something that symbolizes how it's, you know, it's not forgotten. It's there, but not forgotten, you know. And I knew this was going to piss her off, but I drew the monument, like, still there, but I drew so many spaceships. I drew like the Millennium Falcon going over it, and I drew like the Star Trek teleporter and like Data and all these. I drew all this sci-fi stuff around it, and then she was like, "What is this?" I had to present it to the class, and I said, "Well, this just shows you." In the future, despite whatever, racism is still there because the monument's still there. Well, that's making light of it. I mean, that's making a mockery. No, it's not. I mean, it's just in the future. I chose iconic things people would remember. Yeah, but Rocco, that's really. I really want you to look at what you did. Yeah, I am. Looking at it right now. Are you proud of it? Yeah, I'm really proud because it's like racism will never go away. It's a shame. Okay, Rocco, and she called my family, and like it was a whole big thing. It was just like, who cares?
I wish I could put my mind into like a grade school kid's body and go back through school again.
You would last 15 minutes, and then you'd be done.
No, because I would know how to play that game, and I'd be able to walk the line of ridiculousness.
Yeah, just destroy it.
Or do that.
No, I mean destroy it in the good sense of like just rock school.
Just rock school. Did they make a movie about that with Drew Barrymore?
No, it was Jack Black.
I remember
Never Been Kissed.
In the book Black Boy, there was that whole section on superstitions.
Yes, which is great.
Was that your favorite, Hair in the Snake?
Yeah.
Mine was, if it rains when the sun is shining,
another good one, yeah.
That means the devil is beating his wife.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, which makes no sense to me, but that happens a lot in San Diego. It rains when the sun is shining, and I'm always like, dang, man, he's beating the shit out of her right now.
The other good part of that book, is when the black boy's grandmother is washing him, and then starts to wash his butt, and he says, I don't know why I said it, but I did, and he just blurts out, when you get done, kiss back there. And the grandma chases the black boy naked around the house to hit him with like a roller or whatever. And it was funny, and I bring this up in class, and she would go like, Rocco, we're talking about the bigger themes in this book. We're not like, then let's skip those pages. Why are we reading this?
Does this fucking main character of the book have a name other than Black Boy?
No, it's like Jim Black.
Jim Black.
No, what was it? It was either Jim or John. It was something like that. Alright, let's keep talking about Black Boy. It's a book written about this guy's life, and he talks about being a kid, and he's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And he sees all these prisoners coming, and they're wearing the black stripes, and he talks about thinking that zebras were on parade. Do you remember that? It's a book about, just an idiot wrote a book, and now they teach it in school.
Does he think that if you put hair in a jar of piss, it'll turn into a snake?
There's this whole chapter talking about...
There's a whole chapter where he talks about stuff like that.
He talks about superstitions that he believed, and that was one of them.
I'm getting this book tomorrow.
You'll enjoy 2 pages of it.
Seriously, you will put it down after one paragraph.
And 2 pages are great.
And it's called Black Boy.
And then, in the class, I got penalized for all that. Then in the class, we got to the halfway part, and clearly this woman wants relations with the black boy. All right, well, that's it. Tomorrow we're going to start reading King Lear.
I didn't finish the book either.
And we were like, wait, why are you stopping there? Oh, because the rest is boring. It's like, what? What are we doing here? Like, what?
Yeah, the same thing. We're only going to read the first half of Black Boy. The second half...
He's a black man, so we're not going to do it.
We don't really need to get into that. We're teaching half of books now.
Yeah, we're teaching what...
I'll write you half a book. Let's just teach my shit.
Yeah, I'll write you a good page. You want to read that. Anyway.
All right.